Hello everybody, my name is Emily and on the 26th of April 2020 I am going to be part of the charity team running the London Marathon for Crohn's and Colitis UK, and between now and then I have pledged to raise as much awareness for the charity as possible. Now, for those who don't know, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis in September of 2017, a few weeks before moving away to the University of York to study theatre studies. Now, I moved 200 miles away from my home in Suffolk and I was very scared. I'd just been diagnosed with a chronic invisible illness that I had no idea how to navigate, and then I moved off to university. And if you would like to see a video on my experience surviving my first year of university in shared bathroom accommodation whilst dealing with ulcerative colitis, I will be making a video on that because I think it's a very important and significant part of my ulcerative colitis journey. I actually have a form of ulcerative colitis called ulcerative proctitis, which is apparently, if you are to have IBD, it's the best form of ulcerative colitis to have, and I'll show you why. This is a diagram that I printed off, and I just coloured it in. So people with Crohn's and colitis get inflammation of the large intestine, and ulcerative proctitis is just inflammation of the shortest part of the large intestine. So all of my inflammation is just held there, which means the rest of my large intestine is healthy and it works as it should. So that's why it's considered the best one to have, because the least amount of my large intestine is inflamed. So those who are new to the term ulcerative colitis, the NHS describe ulcerative colitis as a long-term condition where the colon and rectum become inflamed. Small ulcers can develop on the colon's lining and can bleed and produce pus. Yeah, it's not a pretty disease. Nothing about having IBD is nice. It's disgusting, it's dirty, it's horrible, and that's why people who are diagnosed with it find it difficult to talk about, because it's not the kind of thing you can bring up over the dinner table or chat about with friends, and that's why I want to make a conscious effort to talk more about the fact that I have ulcerative colitis, because it's such a big part of me. It doesn't define me, I'm not defined by my chronic illness, but I wouldn't be me if I didn't have ulcerative colitis, and I think it's important that I share my story in the hope that other people will be able to share theirs with friends, or just get an open dialogue going about something that really should be talked about and isn't enough. So as I mentioned, I was diagnosed right before moving to university, which meant I kind of did it alone. I experienced my first flare-up by myself. I was just surrounded by people who I hadn't told that I even had ulcerative colitis, and I was starting a new degree. I'm on a theatre studies degree. I'm just about to go into my third year, and it's a very practical, heavy course, and I'm trying my hardest to get around ulcerative colitis. It's not easy, it's not fun. Now, I ended up feeling very lonely and isolated at university because of my ulcerative colitis. There's obviously a whole 2-year-long story that goes along with that, but the light at the end of that tunnel was Crohn's and Colitis UK. Now, they have an IBD nurse helpline service that you can call. I used them. I spent over an hour on the phone to one of those women one morning because I was just so lonely and I felt like I had nowhere else to turn to. And the great thing about the IBD nurse helpline is that they're IBD nurses. It's what they do as their job. They know what they're talking about. They can give you non-judgmental advice and you can kind of trust it, and you're anonymous. You don't even have to give them your name. You can just call up the number and have a chat. Also, they provide documents online on their website and you can find information about almost anything on there. I will leave a link below to some of the ones that I found particularly helpful, but they're great. You can just download the PDF onto your laptop or phone, and just give them a read in your own time, and they're great. I read a fantastic one on advice about how to talk to your family and friends about your ulcerative colitis, and that completely changed my perspective and allowed me kind of the confidence to come out and share my story, which is what I'm doing now. And I couldn't thank Crohn's and Colitis enough for that. Because I have been directly supported by Crohn's and Colitis UK, my pledge is to give back as much as I can. In running the London Marathon next year, I have pledged to raise £2,500 by April. And if you would like to financially support me throughout this journey, I will be leaving a link to my Just Giving in the description. But if you just want to help me and support my ulcerative colitis journey from now, forever, just for the next 8 months, I would be really grateful if you could share all the things that I share. I'm going to be using my social media to share a lot more about my ulcerative colitis. Be a lot more open, really open up that dialogue and get involved, because it's not just about raising money, it's about raising awareness, and that's what I'm particularly passionate about, particularly as a university student who doesn't really get the opportunity to talk about taboo subjects whilst I'm there. And I think we all should make more of an effort to talk about the things we're scared of talking about. So I'm starting that now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to Crohn's and Colitis UK for allowing me to run the marathon for you. That's great. Thank you for that. I'm very excited. I'm in my 2nd official week of training, and it's going well. I'm very, very excited to continue. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I really hope you've learnt something about me and you've learnt something about ulcerative colitis. And if you do want to share this video and share my story, I would be very, very grateful, because I am so excited to be raising money and awareness for such an important charity which has supported me through so much. Thank you.